Yo, what is good? I was gonna say what is good, everybody, but we have one person so far. So what is good, homie? I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you being here. Let me go ahead and pull up this ticker. This is what we got going on today. I chose to do it in black. Number one, it's the end of Halloween. To kick off Halloween, we had orange. So now we're going to end it with black. And plus, my entire world is black right now with this World Series and how things have been going. And once Jack gets in here, he's just finishing up his dinner because his job schedule is a little bit different than mine. I'm out at 4:30 and he's out at like 4:30, I believe, but we're on separate coasts. So I'm East Coast, he's West Coast. So I'm able to put all this shit together and, the ticker and all that stuff. But I do appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. I'm not going to get into any topics until he gets in here, except I will say that Ashanti is still bad as shit. And, good job, Nelly. Great job, dude. From what I understand, they had a thing from back in the day that continued on. Well, didn't continue on, but it got they rekindled their flame, is what I'll say. Is what I'll say happened there. All right, we're up to 7 of you. Hello, everybody. We do have a good show for you here. Just waiting on Jack. I suppose we can talk about a little bit of the World Series here. Game 1 determined everything to me. Game 1 was everything. It fucked up the mentality of the team. And I had people arguing with me on Twitter about this. They're saying, oh, game 1 doesn't mean much. You know what I mean? Yeah, a game 1 where they just lost like 4-2. Like that's one thing, But this is a little bit different. In the fashion that they lost, it was devastating. You know what I mean? Let's see here. And I really believe that it fucked up the whole series. You don't have no confidence after that. You just don't, bro. Let me see something here. Someone sent me something. Oh, shit. Good shit. Okay, YouTube's working. YouTube is working. What is good to my boy Jamie? Oh, shit, he dropped a comment. Someone dropped a comment. It is me. Hey, I can see you, buddy. I can see you. Thanks for checking in. Just waiting on my co-host here. But as I said, it's the manner that they lost the game that ruined the whole thing. Like I said, if they would have just lost a regular 3-1 type of game, that's one thing. How it happened, that's I don't know. To me, it was demoralizing. There's not much more to say about it. Selly Mac had something to say here. Judge cold as ice. Stanton is slow as fuck. Stanton is slow as fuck. And hey, what's up, Jack? What's up? When it comes to the Judge thing, I'm not going to blame Judge. And you know why I'm not going to blame Judge? Because without Aaron Judge, the Yankees aren't here. The other guys can pick up the slack here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he should not be doing anything. But, without Aaron Judge, there's no Yankee World Series appearance, But what I was discussing before you got in here was I think game 1 determined the series because of how they lost.
Yeah.
It
set the tone, you could say.
Yeah, it was demoralizing. I think if they lost a straight up 4-2, pitcher's duel or something like that, that kind of thing, a walk-off home run on your final out, dude,
it broke their will.
Yeah.
Come back from it.
You could kind of see it last night, where like it just seemed like that their mind wasn't in it. I do have this here. I want to show this. I have my Advil PM, Tylenol PM ready just in case. We're down 8-0 in the 5th. Just want to make that known.
What's that for then?
The Tylenol PM.
Yeah.
So I can go to sleep really fastly.
Well, why would it be? Wouldn't it? Oh, PM. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So because if we're down by a lot, I don't want to see. There's a few things that I don't want to see, and this one's gonna make Sully Mac happy, because he is a Red Sox fan, and there's two things that I don't want to see as a sports fan, and one is the Red Sox celebrating a pennant on my field, and the other is the Dodgers celebrating a World Series
in New York. I honestly kind of think they might drop one to take it back to Los Angeles, but we'll see.
I want Halloween baseball. That's the only thing I care about.
November baseball. It happens every once in a while.
Yeah, but like I think the last one that had a Halloween game was that Kansas City Mets World Series. It was a Halloween.
Last year.
Oh, last year too?
Last year.
Yeah, that one sucked ass, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see. My man Jamie chimed in here.
Ice Cube 1, Fat Joe 0.
Yeah.
Terror Squad.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if we have any Ashanti magic. But you know what? You made a good point last night. I think it was that only the Yankees and the Dodgers can pull this shit off.
Where they have a different artist performing every single night. The Diamondbacks and Rangers couldn't do that.
Yeah, they're like busting out with like Brad Paisley and shit. It's like, yeah. And then the fucking All-Star game, they had that drunk bitch. I forgot.
Oh yeah, the Texas one this year, yeah. And then she checked herself into treatment like the next day.
Yeah, dude. So as a former alcoholic, I seen it. I seen a lot of the signs, and people are like, they're like, you're just being an asshole. I'm like, I'm not, dude. She is fucking plastered, bro. Yeah. And they're like, no, you're just being a fucking woman hater. Nah, dude, I'm not. And obviously, I was not. So there you go.
She went viral and then checked herself in.
I mean, you know what? I kind of respect it, dude.
Yeah,
I kind of do. All right.
The first step is admitting you have a problem.
It is. Real talk. It really is. How do you want to open this thing up, man? Shit, we have a lot to get into. You want to get into some election stuff? You want to save the election stuff?
Day 29 of Halloween. We can start with that.
It is day 29 of Halloween. What, man? This shit flew by.
It did, yeah.
It really did. Especially I think this year, because I made a concerted effort to watch horror movies.
Yeah. I saved all the Halloween ones for last. I'm probably gonna finish 5 and watch 6 tonight too. Because the thing about those older Halloween movies is they're only like an hour and a half. So it's it's almost like they're almost like TV shows.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know like the newer ones by heart yet, but I know those ones are a little bit longer.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's get into Halloween here. So I know that I'm a little bit older than you. Jamie, the one that's chiming in on YouTube, he had like the real Halloween experience, like how it should be, where it was just like kids everywhere, costumes, dressed up, fucking. They're going to school in their costumes. Yeah. Every door's getting knocked on, man. Like you had to buy bags upon bags of candy, and then still run out. Like
you got the Halloween parties at school. You got the kids, and I don't mean like Halloween parties with booze and shit. Like the kid.
Yeah, right. Oh. Yeah, the kid friendly one.
Fucking Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown ones, the Bob for Apples ones.
Yeah, the last Halloween party I went to led to some really awful shit. So I want to avoid that. Let me see. Sully Mac chimed in with something here. I think it's either Halloween 5 or 6 or 2 have 2 different cuts of the movie. We were talking about that.
Yeah, it's 6. 6 has the normal one, and then it has the unrated producer's cut. Too honestly, when you watch them, they're like 2. We talked about this, like they're 2 different movies, but I prefer the producer's cut because it just goes a little bit more into the backstory of that specific trilogy.
Right.
Porn and everything.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's got Paul Rudd in it.
Yes, it does, dude. Paul Rudd. It feels like that guy's been in fucking everything. I swear to God, it really does. But the spirit, and it's funny because we have a store called Spirit Halloween, right? But it feels like the spirit of Halloween is fucking dead.
Like, again, I live in a huge apartment property.
Yeah.
And like, okay, when I was a kid, I lived in an apartment for about a year when I was like, because our house was being built.
Yeah.
So I lived in an apartment when I lived in California and in Phoenix for a little bit. And we went trick-or-treating even though we lived in an apartment. Last year, there was nobody here. So I'm like, does everyone just Uber their fucking kids to all the neighborhoods?
Yeah, that's kind of how it was when I lived in the apartment building a few years ago. Like I left a sign outside my door that said candy, and like no one came. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dude, even though it's Halloween, like that could be construed as a fucking.
Well, did any kids even live in that building?
Very few. I had maybe 3 or 4 kids max. So what I'm going to do this year, because a girl from work, she's going to bring her kids over. So and tomorrow, in the next 2 days here, I don't know about you, but it's going to be 80 degrees on Halloween here.
It's been pretty cold here.
Yeah, no, yeah, dude, it's been freezing. I'm talking like 32 in the morning and shit. But yeah, it is supposed to be warm. So I'm thinking about making like a sign, but this might be creepier than my other idea because I want to make a sign that says candy and have an arrow because I have a long driveway. I have a long driveway and I live in the back. So I want to put candy with an arrow towards my fucking door, but I don't want you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want people being like, oh, well, who's this fucking?
You don't want to take it out of context.
Right. So I'm hoping with like Halloween, people will understand that like because I live in the back that the candy's here, because I did go out and buy 3 bags of candy, which isn't cheap these days.
But it got a little cheaper as it got closer to Halloween because I noticed the other day at Target they had like everything marked. They had all the candy like marked down to get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, if you wait long enough, you're gonna catch a deal. You know what I mean?
Like, but as we were saying, the spirit is dead, or it's dying, or it's sick right now. Maybe it'll come back. It's just dormant. But remember back in the day, there used to be those bags that looked like pumpkins, and you filled them with leaves.
Yeah, dude.
You never see that anymore. I haven't seen more than like a few houses decorated around where I live.
Right.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be. Like I remember as a kid trick-or-treating, like we would have to eat dinner before we trick-or-treated. And like, I just wanted that shit to be done so then I could go trick-or-treat for 2 hours.
Yeah. Jamie, if you're still chimed in here, just drop a line about what Halloween used to be like when you were a kid. Because for me, right, it was something that we game planned, like even all day as kids, like in school, you would fucking game plan for it, bro, and you'd be like, yo, I got a knapsack or a fucking
pillowcase.
Yeah. Pillowcase, yo. Sometimes you would see some kids get jumped for their candy and shit, dude, and like shit happened on Halloween, bro.
I had these friends. I had these like the first house I lived in when I was a kid. I had these these neighbors who were my friends. Like we all went to the same school and stuff. And they moved here like a year after I did from like Montana. And
wow.
I remember one year we went to we all dressed up as Star Wars shit. I was Chewbacca. My brother was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I think you know a thing or two about stormtroopers.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Everything I know about stormtroopers, I know against my fucking will. Okay, I just want to say that.
And then, so I was Chewbacca. My brother was a stormtrooper, and then our friends who were brothers, one of them was Darth Vader, and the other one was Anakin. So we were like all this fucking Star Wars gang together.
Yeah. Jamie chimed in here. He said the 80s was lit. Every house was lit up and giving out candy. Now it's a fucking ghost town.
I know, like, just like, because like my mom lives in a residential like neighborhood like 5 minutes away with a lot of people, families and shit. So I'm just gonna go there on Thursday just to like I told you I was gonna wear my Misfits mask just to scare kids and shit.
yeah. That was another thing. Is like you could pop out of a bush and be like, ah, and then the kid drops your candy and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun day. Freddie fucking Freeman, you son of a motherfucking bitch.
What?
Another one.
How many runs?
2.
I don't have it. I have the Timberwolves game on behind me.
So thank you for the update, Sully Cat. I was not looking at my screen, but this fucking guy.
He's gonna be the. I mean, granted, barring the unforeseen, he's gonna be the World Series MVP for sure. And you know what's funny?
He needs to be the World Series MVP of all World Series for what he's doing.
I had him on fantasy this year.
Yeah.
My fantasy team sucked. I don't know why. Like I had good players, but my fantasy team just sucked. And I always opted to play Carlos Santana instead of him because they had like kind of the same stats the whole year.
Right. Yeah, and then he's just a World Series warrior, dude.
Yeah,
he's I don't know how to explain it, dude. I really don't. A little bit more about Halloween. I feel like the candy used to be better.
Yeah,
I mean that could be like nostalgia, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I miss having the. Well, I actually got a white one back there, but like the trick or treat buckets that were like the pumpkins. Like I got a white one back there, but I remember when I was a kid, I had a purple one.
Yeah. Jamie chimed in with actually with a really good question. Do you think the woke MLB is complicit in ruining Halloween? If you dress up like an Indian and then you get canceled, meanwhile a guy dresses like a girl and gets celebrated. I mean, it does speak to a larger point of like a kid can't be like an Indian or a cowboy now.
Yeah, right. Even like, a cowboy.
Some of those throwback costumes you can't.
Yeah, like some John Wayne shit.
Right.
You can't be the Village People for Halloween now without getting
any of them. You can take the whole lineup. You can't be a single fucking one.
Maybe the construction worker.
Yeah. Even him. And you want to know why? Because of his male privilege.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Can't do it, man.
Can't be the cop. Can't be the cowboy. Can't be the Indian. Can't be. Oh, can he be the biker? No,
you can, but you have to be a gay biker.
True. So, like Vito.
Yeah, exactly. Like Vito. All right, let's see here. Let me see what I want to get into here first. I do want to save the election stuff for last, but while we're on the topic of baseball, I have 2 articles pulled up here. Oh, wait, let's see here. Okay. Oh, wait, we have new comments. Hold on. Okay, we got it. Okay, here.
I missed the memorable Halloween.
Only show up to school in costume, right? Exactly as I was saying.
That?
I was a fat scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Today, I'd be stealing Japanese culture. Yeah, you would, buddy. You would. You truly would.
And then Sully said, "I missed the memorable Halloween TV specials." Me too. It's not the same. I've talked about that on multiple episodes. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy pulling up any movie or anything from an app that's either free or cheap. But again, I do miss the days where it's like, fuck, it's on at 7:00 on AMC. I got to DVR it then.
And you would have to be there. Well, before DVR, but you would have to be there to catch it, or that was it. It was over.
Yeah. They only showed it so many times. Now you can watch any fucking movie or show basically for free.
Yeah.
What were some of your most memorable costumes growing up?
The best man. The best one I ever had was I dressed up as actually it wasn't much of a costume. It was the day after wrestling pay-per-view. I think it was like Invasion 2001 or some shit, right? And me and Sean at the time were like brainstorming. I'm like, I need a costume for tomorrow. And Rhino had a match, right? And he won by gore. And he was like, fuck a costume. He's like, yo, take this piece of cardboard and put a string around it and say, if you don't tell me happy birthday, I'm gonna gore you. Right. And wrestling was like really big back then. And yo, like motherfuckers who didn't even talk to me were like, yo, happy birthday, bro. Like, you know. But besides that, actual costume wise, one year I was a big giant fucking thing of cheese balls, right? So it was a big round thing, and then I had like plastic with styrofoam balls sticking out, painted orange, so it looked like it was coming out of the fucking box. So that was pretty cool and creative. It ended up winning like a local radio contest kind of fucking thing. But while we're on the topic of baseball here, I did want to go into this because I have two separate articles just because I want to see how they're each looking at it. So this first one here is from the official MLB page, who needs to hire a fucking graphic editor, because what in the fuck? Why is this logo so fucking big? Holy shit. Like, look at this thing. This thing couldn't be resized. Holy shit, dude. Okay. Let me go ahead and expand that. So the text should be shown a little bigger for everybody. All right. So this is from the MLB one here. And the article's titled Study Decline in African-American Players Overstated. So they're saying that it's bullshit. Numbers indeed are falling, but use of old reports lead to misleading comparisons. Fewer African Americans are playing in Major League Baseball today than two decades ago. The percentage was 8.5% on this season's opening day rosters. Commissioner Bud, I was from 2013, so I'm just gonna get off this and go to the other one, the most recent one that I was looking at here. Let's see here. I should have fact checked that. But anyways, this will have more relevant information because it doesn't come from MLB. I was just trying to get two sides to the story thing. Okay. Number of black, and this is from this year. This is from March of 2024. So right before the season. Number of black major leaguers remains historically low, but improvement may be on the way. For much of Lee Allen Jr.'s childhood, baseball seemed quite far from him. Major League Baseball's Royals played in his hometown, Kansas City, Missouri, but Allen, who is black and lived in the inner city, didn't come across many baseball opportunities until late in his high school years. In January 2020, 17 years. I just want to get to some numbers here. Give me some fucking stats here, man. The fuck? Okay, here we go. Here's the good stuff. And we have a chart. Okay. The MLB's aim as it faces historically low numbers of black players in the majors. A study done by the Institute for Diversity and Ethics in Sport at Central Florida found the African-American players represented just 6.2% of players on MLB opening day rosters in 2023, down from 7.2% in 2022. Both figures were the lowest since the study began in 1991, when 18% of MLB players were black. And there's the chart showing from 1991 to now. That is horrendous.
I mean,
my question would be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of different reasons, but one of the reasons could be, at least in the last few years, is after 2020, they downsized the minor leagues a lot, to the point where like there used to be like multiple different classes of A-ball, and now there's only like one class A, AA, AAA. So there's not as much opportunity because they took away like a huge chunk of the minor league affiliates. So that could be a little part of it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see what other bullshit they had to say here. We are really doubling down on what we've done, said MLB's Vice President Del Matthews, because we are producing kids that are going to college, that are getting internships within the sport. We see more kids playing at Division I college baseball ranks, and we see more kids being drafted into the minor leagues. And so we're just flooding that through various programs that we've had. There's not much else of note here, so I'm going to get off of here. But my thing is, like, the thing that I don't understand is that it was my assumption that just athletes in general were avoiding the NFL. So you would think that logically baseball or basketball would be the way to go. Selly said something here. Let's see. MLB draft used to be 40 rounds. Now it's 20. Yeah. See, so that adds to your point too. There's less. There's not less. Not less.
The
cool,
opportunity went like this to this. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, but like I said, I mean, with all the concussions and the early retirements and shit like that, you would just assume that the next logical step would be baseball. But if they chop the fucking draft in half like literally in half, then that explains a lot.
Well, and a lot of baseball players too were a lot of guys who were in the NFL, but a lot of guys who were in the NFL were two-sport athletes. Jameis Winston was obviously the national championship quarterback at Florida State, but he was also a pitcher on their baseball team. And then Patrick Mahomes was a great high school player, and he was drafted by the Tigers. And you know, like how in college football, guys can be like property of a team while they're in college. Mahomes got drafted by the Tigers. Got drafted. Russell Wilson got drafted in baseball. So, like, a lot of guys are two-sport athletes.
Russell Wilson, I want to say he got drafted by, like, the A's or some shit, right?
Rockies. Because their A-ball, what used to be the Rockies A-ball, now it's the Angels, I think, is their A-ball is an hour away, and he played for them. He played for them one summer.
Oh, so he actually suited up. Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember that. Yeah.
And they used to play the team that was here. So, like, I kind of think, like, I wonder if I saw Russell Wilson play A-ball.
Yeah.
I might have.
That's actually wild to think. I mean, how many people can actually say that?
Yeah. And then there's some guys, like, there's a few guys that got, like, Kyler Murray was the one that got drafted by the A's.
There we go. Yeah, I knew there was someone from that they got.
And then do you remember Jake Locker?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good college quarterback, but never really panned out in the NFL. But I just know because he was a Washington Husky. But he was also a two-sport guy. He never played minors, but he was property of the Angels.
Yeah, and then now. They show up for spring training right now. Is that mandated or
I don't
is
think
is that like a choice?
I think that's just a choice because remember Russell Wilson got like traded around, but he never played. Like he technically traded the Rangers, and then I think the Yankees too. I think he just showed up just for fun.
Yeah, and you know what? I really don't like Russell Wilson as a person. But
I don't either. I had to live here when they won the Super Bowl.
I think he's the biggest cornball in the fucking league, but that was a cool thing.
He's raising Future's kid.
You know what? Let Future see baby Future. Let him see Future Junior.
Future.
Yes. Let Future see his son. God damn it. Even though Russell Wilson probably is a better role model, I don't care.
Right? I'm like, people are like, the whole thing is so stupid because Russell Wilson makes triple what Future makes. I'm like, yeah, I know, but still. It's one thing to be with a girl with kids, but she has Future's kid. Future.
Right. And it's so funny that opposing tems play Future's music pregame just to fuck with them.
I remember that in the playoffs and shit. And then what's crazy is I just don't understand what that goes through the heads of some of these athletes, NFL, NBA, whatever, because Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves is with the girl he's with, and he has a kid with now, is Chief Keef's baby mama.
Yeah, and then also there's like an epidemic in sports of like, why, like, you're millionaires. Why are you all passing the same.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. There's another. I just saw another thing, another NBA thing like 2 days ago. It's like, I think Anthony Simmons, who's on Portland, and Brandon Ingram, who's on the New Orleans. They share a baby mama. It's like y'all could have crazy exotic chicks that nobody even knows exist.
That's what I'm saying.
But you pass around the same 12 hoes and Kardashians.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jack. That was a good lead-in because we have something to hear. We have something here about a woman being passed around. It's her choice to be passed around. I just don't know which choice is grosser to me here. So the name of the headline is making me laugh on its own here. Once it pulls up here, come on, we got you. Come on, bitch. All right, here we go. Okay, so just to read this headline here. Okay, defying human limits. Okay.
No, she
porn
didn't
star
jump from
Lily
Earth's
Phillips.
atmosphere.
Yeah. So defying human limits. Porn star Lily Phillips films aftermath of sleeping with 101 men in one day. Now, I'm not saying that she is an ugly girl or anything like that. She's because she's not, but I'm just saying that if you're actively if you're actively like putting it out there that you want to sleep with 100 men a day in one day, so it says you can think of quick ones that climbing Mount Everest, ingesting 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes, walking on the moon, throwing 678 and 2/3 innings in a season with a 1.38 ERA from Old Hoss Radburn. Shout outs to Old Hoss Radburn. Jesus Christ. Really pushing the limits of what the body can do. Well, let me introduce you to porn star Lily Phillips. Brace yourself. Woman films aftermath of sleeping with 101 men in just 14 hours. So this wasn't even like a full long fucking 24-hour affair, dude.
What did her pussy like fall out or some shit? I know that happens to porn stars. Where their shit like falls out or like inside out or something like that.
I don't know. Really tough draw if you were the last. Oh my God. Imagine being the last guy to go. Fuck that. Doesn't really get too much better once a few guys have been in there, but 101 is brutal. I'm not even sure if I'm more impressed or concerned. And there's the bet.
What is all that? Is that condoms and shit?
My God. This is just depraved.
What is...
it's not like she like has the need to do this.
Yeah. Just wait 6 months. She'll be finding God.
There's. Yeah. She'll be finding God and digitally remove all of her content that's online, just like everybody else. But the reason that I brought this topic up, and the reason I think that it's a good topic, is who is more gross here? Is it her, or is it the dudes that are lining up and being like, "Yeah, I'm in. I want in on this." Like,
put me in, coach. I think in like the present, it's the men, and then after it's all done, going forward, it's her.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Yeah, turn down free pussy." You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy. But when the girl offering it is telling you that that she wants 100 or more in 14 fucking hours.
Were the dudes all like staked out at some hotel or some Airbnb and they had like Sprinter vans just coming and going and shit?
That's another thing that I'm wondering too. Is like were they lined up? Was it like one after another? Because like, yo, if it was 14 hours, then I'm assuming that there was some kind of coordination going on.
Yeah, they got the Mercedes Sprinter vans just coming and going from the
yeah,
hotel.
they got the they got the fucking party bus. Yeah,
they got the Uber X.
Yeah,
the Uber Black.
Yeah. The
Black can never go back.
Yeah. She probably learned that a few different ways. But I mean, to me, the gross factor is definitely, because as fucked up as this is to say, and I don't care, it's expected of women to a point, not to that level, not 100 men, okay,
in a day,
right,
let alone their whole life, a day,
right. But for a dude, and like, she advertised it so they knew what they were walking into. It's not like that she just like went on her Tinder and just fucking like swiped on fucking everybody or whatever. No, it was a concerted effort to be like, I want to fuck 100 dudes in 14 hours. Who wants to help me? And people jumped out of their chair.
Did you watch that video I sent you? That kind of relates to this.
Yes.
About the guy overhearing the chicks at the coffee shop. What was it? Didn't she fuck 500 dudes? She said.
That's what she said. I mean, man, that's a high.
When
number,
I think of 500 dudes, I had a really big high school graduation class that was like 400 or 500. I think of that full fucking arena of my graduation class to think of 500 dudes.
Yeah, dude. When you put it in real life terms, like for example, like I don't know, like an old territory wrestling show or something. Yeah. The entire building.
Yeah, or think of like SmackDown. Think of SmackDown in like a big arena that's sold out. That's like two whole seating sections.
Yeah.
Full seating sections.
In 14 hours. Like, I can't even say one day anymore. A little bit more than half a day. You sick bitch.
Well, I often wonder, both guys and girls in the adult industry, like, what happened. I mean, obviously I know part of the time of what happened, but what happened in their life? What happened in their, like, obviously like there's the cliche, the abuse and stuff, but like,
yeah.
What happened in your life to make you not want to be like a normal part of society? And people could say like, oh, the money, like only the top tier.
See, I think when it comes to women, that they think very highly of themselves, and like, I think that they believe that they're going to be a top earner.
They're going to be a fucking Stormy Daniels or Lana Rhodes or some shit.
Right. And like you said, the reality of it is very rare, fucking rare. And then also, one angle that like no one ever covers is the amount of suicide in this industry.
And drug overdoses.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Whether it's on purpose or not, like I'm kind of half and half on that, because I think like for example, right? Like, I take pride in my job. Like, I like to do good at my job, right? Now, I'm sure it's the same for a porn star, but what do you hold your hat on once you're retired? Like, you have those conventions and shit, but no one wants to deal with those people.
No.
Like, dude, after one or two of those, I'm liable to fucking be found dead on the floor. Like, I don't want to be associated with these fucking people.
Another thing I've never really understood is it's not so much like mainstream Hollywood, but sort of like niche celebrities, rappers, maybe. Yeah. Why do they see it as like a social status to be like hanging out with porn stars, to be taking porn stars out?
Like when that classic video of Mia Khalifa dunking on fucking Deshaun Watson.
Or like when Jimmy Garoppolo was like taking that one on a date and shit. Like, again, like, why is that like a status symbol? Y'all could like be with some unknown exotic.
You want to know what? I'm gonna say something, and it's probably gonna piss people off. I had a bad feeling heading into this World Series when I saw the photo of the Yankees' wives and girlfriends, and there was not 110 on this fucking in this picture, dude.
Seriously?
Let me see if I can find it. This shit bugged me the fuck out. I was talking about it with Sully Mac. Hold on, yo. Let me pull this shit up. Let me see.
But yeah, I was just saying, like, I don't understand why that's seen as like a status symbol. Like, you might as well just be with some like 21-year-old or like young, exotic, unknown girls. Why do you want to hang out with fucking porn stars who got fucked 6 ways to Sunday this week already?
Right. Like, come on, bro. All right, here we go. I have the article. I'm about to pull it up right now. I'm gonna share the screen, make sure it's big enough. Okay. All right, yeah, it's big enough. Let me go ahead and put this up here. You're gonna be blown away, dude, because I'm sitting there and I'm going like, you guys that are Yankees, like Joe DiMaggio is doing fucking 360 flat spins in his fucking grave looking at this shit. What is this? Look at this. Let me go ahead and make this bigger for everybody. Look at this. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like, you're a New York Yankee.
Yeah.
And this is what you're pulling. I mean, yo, there's maybe like one or two, like,
a lot of them kind of look alike, which is weird to me.
Yeah, dude. As soon as I seen this picture, I had a bad feeling, dude. I had a really
like the one in the middle, like the one in the middle, crouched down. Look, her face looks just like the one with the white old school jacket on right there. That one.
Yeah.
Her face looks just like it. Yeah, their faces look alike.
But
hey, man, if you got to ride or die, you got to keep them, man.
Yeah. Yo, and I 100%, I agree with that. I really do.
You know, physical attraction, one thing.
But there's just no way that every single active member of the Yankee has a ride or die chick.
Probably not.
That's not the case.
There's a girl I went to high school with who, after graduation, she went to UNC Tar Heels, and she doesn't live here anymore, but she's married to some dude that's on the Pirates. He's a relief.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's bounced around. He's bounced around a little bit. Yeah, he's bounced around a little bit. He was originally like in the Mets organization, and then he was on the Mariners like last year, and now he's on the Pirates.
Wow. I mean, is he like an active player?
Yeah. I mean, he's up and down in the minors, but he's like, don't get me wrong, he's not like, from like the stats I've read, he's not like, you know, your go-to 7th or 8th inning setup dude. He's like that kind of end of the bench reliever, but shit, still like you're in the majors, so
yeah, yo, fuck it.
He's
dude.
Still young. He's only like his second. He's the same age as me, so he just cracked the minors like 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude. To me, you know what? I don't give a shit if you only pitch 1 inning. That's an accomplishment to me.
Yeah, I see my grandma, my mom's mom. She lived in this. She lived in this, you know, small town of like 3,000 and I remember the grocery store. It was one of those towns where it was literally like Main Street USA. Like everybody was friends, everybody knew each other, everybody went to the same church. And I remember there was a guy, and he was like the manager of the grocery store, and he was for years and years. Like they went to the same church, so he was like a good friend of my grandma's. And she told me that he played minor league baseball with Lou Brock back in the day.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and I met him a lot. I mean, it's been years since I've seen him, but I met him. I met him a lot of times. But yeah, I think the Cardinals farm team used to be in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So that's how he played with Lou Brock.
Hey, that's cool as shit, dude. Lou Brock was fucking nice, yo. One of these episodes we have to do like a sports greats kind of thing, like kind of like our terrifying 20, but maybe take maybe 10 from like each sport or something, and do something like that. I think that would be a good idea. But yeah, I mean, so are we both in agreement that the men are the grosser of the two when it comes to this thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably the last 95 of them are going to be pissing lava, and they're going to be taking that walk of shame into the free health clinic.
Oh, dude, those guys, they're going to need more than antibiotics. I promise you.
They're going to need, they're going to need that penicillin shot too.
COVID 26 vaccine and all this shit. Yeah, they're going to need some help. So how about this? With Halloween winding down, we got 2 days left, right?
Yeah, a fucking Christmas commercial just played on the TV. God damn it!
I'm so sick of
IHOP Christmas shit.
I'm so sick
of
it.
Let it be November 1st. I remember the first time I used to see a commercial was like the morning after Halloween when I was like getting ready for school.
It used to be structured. Right.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah. Now Halloween starts in July, which I'm okay with. Christmas starts Christmas starts in fucking September, and nobody gives a shit about Thanksgiving.
And it's my favorite holiday, dude. It really pisses me off, dude. Like it's for me, what it is it's eating. Well, no, it's the same for everybody, man. It's eating, spending time with family, watching football. Whether it's your team playing or not, it doesn't matter. There's turkey in the oven. It smells good. You're watching football.
You get football every year. Your team. We get it like once every 5
years. Dude, one of my uncles got so pissed about that shit. He's a Browns fan, Bills fan, and he was like, "Why does it always have to be the fucking Cowboys every fucking year? Fucking Cowboys and the fucking Lions." And then a couple of years ago, he finally got his wish. The fucking Bills had the night game. I was like, "All right, Scott, you can fucking chill out now. You finally got your fucking wish, dude."
The last time I remember the Vikings on Thanksgiving, we played the Lions when we had Sam Bradford, but I think we might have played one more time since then too. I know we played the Lions with Sam Bradford and we fucking lost, but yeah.
I want to say, we do. We have Halloween football this year at the very least.
It's a good game too.
Texans, it is. Yeah.
It is. The Jets always find a way to lose, but like they're a good team. They're that team that everything is just not going their way.
Yeah, and dude, like for some reason, the Jets are favored in that game. It's Jets minus 2.5. So I am putting a good chunk of change on the Texans to take that one. I don't think that the Jets have what it takes to stop Stroud in that offense. Yeah. Don't.
They're just a mess of a team this year. Aaron Rodgers is too fucking old.
Dude, and it's funny because like when I think it was like week 2 or week 3, his arm strength was there. Like he was winging the ball.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he can still throw it, but like when they played the Vikings in London, every time he gets fucking hit, he's hobbled. Like that just means you're too old.
Yeah,
and plus he's had a lot of bad injuries in his career.
He has. I'll never forget that clip of after the Sunday night game. He was fucked up, dude. He was on like a Percocet or some shit. They gave him something, bro.
Which
and they asked him, they're like, "What was hurting on you?" And he was like, "My knee." Like the way he said it, you know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
My knee. And I'm like, yeah, you're fucking twisted, bro. I can just tell just by looking at you. We do have Crown Jewel coming up Saturday. So
Will that be on? What time will that be on? Will that be on early?
I believe it's 1 p.m. Let me double check.
1 p.m. your time?
Yeah.
So 10 my time? I can't beat that. That's not bad.
But my thing would be yes, so 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. your time. So I would say that we're better off doing a post show.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. I just because
I'm also on call for work. I mean, I'll probably be done by like 8 a.m. my time, but still,
Okay. All right. So Saturday will be, I'd say 4 or 5 p.m. something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what do you think about this show overall? I mean, do you think it's one of the stronger efforts, or?
What do we got on it? Cody and Gunther, and what else?
Cody Gunther. So it's basically what it is. It's like they're trying to make it how Survivor Series used to be, where it's like champion versus champion. So it's like Liv versus Nia, Cody, Gunther, and shit like Randy and Kevin Owens was added last night, so that'll be good.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then what'll be Motor City Machine Guns versus
Judgment Day. Yeah, which actually, even though it has no build whatsoever, I believe that match is gonna fucking bang. Actually,
it just sucks that they got the Motor City Machine Guns about 10 years too late.
Yeah, what a shame. What a shame, dude. In their prime, what they would have, but then again, WWE 10 years ago, they would have mismanaged them so bad.
Yeah, they would have been in catering within a fucking month.
Yeah. Easy.
I think it's a decent little like filler event between now and Survivor Series.
It's not bad. Survivor Series now, is Survivor Series early too in the month?
I know AEW is like November 23rd. So Survivor Series,
I think it's like the 28th, maybe. Because I know that they're starting that one early. It's November 30th at 6:30. Okay.
Oh, so we got AEW. So that's like 3 straight Saturdays of good shit because 16th is UFC, 23rd is AEW with fucking Big Justice, and the 30th.
Dude, how do you know what? I actually think that Big Justice is going to have a good match because it's a dream of his, yo.
I told you one time I was on his TikTok live stream.
Yeah.
And I typed in, I said one more match, and then he goes, Oh, don't worry, you're gonna get it, Jack.
Game. Ah, nope, not a tie game, but it's 2-1 Dodgers now. Triple. All right, I'll take it, yo. Shoot. All right, I'll take it. So 2-1 Dodgers live just happened. But as far as the AJ thing goes, yeah, you said one last match. Did he like comment back?
Yeah. When I said one more match, he goes, Oh, don't worry, Jack, you're gonna get it.
Oh, so he like addressed you like by name.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. All right, cool, man. Yeah. Well, you want to know what? I don't like their whole shtick. I think it's corny. Like
I'm like a day one fan. Like I remember they dropped the original Costco video in like February of this year.
Yeah,
and I remember that. So I was there before. I deserved royalties, man. I was there before the fame. Before the Jimmy
you were one of the first people to send me this shit, and my first thought was like, "What the fuck am I looking at, dude? Like, what the fuck? You're rating this fucking thing a boom or a doom? And like, what the fuck is going on here, dude?"
Now they all do that. Now they all do that dance.
Yeah,
like they all did the dance shit.
Yeah. The dance videos in the gym.
Yeah, they all did their little dance cadence in Yankees gear, and then it said the Yankees have been 0-2 since this dropped.
Yeah, well. Fuck. It was a ground rule double, so now it's second to third, one out. So it's still 2-0. Fuck. So before we get into our annual 10-minute break here, I have something that I think would be a good lead into that. With 2 days left of Halloween, essentially, if you had to pick 2 movies, one for each night. So one is going to be for tomorrow night, and then one is going to be for Halloween night. It could be one you've already named. It could be one that you've already watched. Pick 2 that define Halloween to you, hands down.
The original Halloween, but actually any Halloween that's like 1 through 6.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna say I'm going to say Halloween or Terrifier, so you get the best of both eras. Okay. And I just saw Terrifier for the first time.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, all right, I'm going to name my 2, and then I'm going to get into your thoughts about Terrifier, and then we'll do our break. So mine is going to be a classic, original Halloween, 2-1. All right, let's go. So original Halloween, can't beat it. That's my Halloween night pick.
Yeah.
That's got to be Halloween night. For tomorrow night, Ooh, Sully Mac with a bomb. Well, I'm just gonna steal his. Hollywood. I'm sorry, Halloween and Evil Dead. Yo, original Evil Dead. And shout out to Evil Dead Rise. Great fucking remake. Got hated on.
I saw that in theaters.
Did you like it?
Evil Dead Rises. Yeah, that was the most
Dude,
blood I've ever seen in a movie.
That fucking title card for that movie, horror, any genre, that title card was outstanding. Like with the lake, and then the Evil Dead Rising comes out. Dude, fucking incredible, incredible. But yeah, Sully Mac. Sorry, dude, I had to steal yours. Well, not really, because you know what? You can have the original Evil Dead. Now I'll choose Evil Dead Rising. There we go. Now, you've seen Terrifier. Now, did you see Terrifier 1?
I've seen 1.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna watch 2 sometime in the next week, and then when I go visit my family in Minnesota next week,
yeah,
they have like the nice. So like both of the movie theaters here, like they're nice, but they're locally owned. Like they don't have any of that crazy like AMC shit.
Right.
It's like an hour away. And where my grandparents and my brother live in shit in Minneapolis, they have like AMCs and shit. So I'm probably gonna go see Terrifier 3 while I'm over there.
Well, what was your thoughts on the first Terrifier?
It was like did you watch the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
for anyone that doesn't know, it's on Peacock, by the way.
Yeah, it was what like a modern take on classic horror should be. Does it have a crazy plot? No, it doesn't need to. But
that's why I liked it. It's just this fucking clown guy who has no reason to go around killing people. Not just killing them, but like killing them in ways that like are really I don't even know how you come up with this shit.
Yeah. And there's actually another movie with Art the Clown in it it's on like Amazon Prime, a couple of the other ones. It's called All Hallows Eve. And that has Art the Clown in it before the Terrifier movies even came out.
So now was he still Art the Clown in it, or what? So for example, you know how like in Beavis and Butthead there was like a version of Hank, but it wasn't Hank.
Yeah, Tom Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So like, was he Art the Clown, or was he like the idea of Art the Clown that turned into that?
I mean, it's the same guy with the black and white clown suit.
Right.
So the basis of that movie is this lady's babysitting these 2 kids on Halloween, and they find this VHS tape that's like a horror movie, and then they're like, "Oh, let's watch it," and then it's just Art the Clown fucking icing people, and then
so it's like a movie within a movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like a found footage movie, but with a twist.
Oh, yo, I had no idea, and I actually fucked with that. I think.
Yeah, so. That's Art the Clown before that Terrifiers were actually a movie. Anyway.
Interesting.
Oh, what's your second one now?
My second one, so I have the original Halloween, and then Sully Cat. He took Evil Dead, so I'm gonna go with Evil Dead Rising. So I would do Evil Dead Rising tomorrow night, original Halloween night.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with I watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago. Can't go wrong with the original Dracula from 1931. It ages, wouldn't think so. It ages really fucking, like, don't get me wrong, the special effects and stuff.
Yeah. But also
ages really well.
All right. I want to table that because it's something I want to talk about when we come back about like special effects in movies, because I feel like they were way better back in the day when they were like prosthetics and shit.
Yeah, like Alien,
Jurassic Park, a whole bunch of like E.T.
Yeah,
all that stuff. So we're actually right at the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute. We'll be back at 10 after the hour.
For sure. All right, see you in 10.
All right, be right back. Let me go ahead and pull this thing up here. All right, I am back a few minutes early. Jack will be joining us in 2 minutes. This World Series game, Stanton's down. Not good. Let's see what happened here. Hit by pitch in his wrist. Good. It's always a good thing. We do have new viewers joining us. Thank you. Wow. All right, we got 26 live right now. Shout outs to you guys, dude, for real. The best part is coming up here. So how I have it planned here, we're going to talk about special effects in movies and how I feel like that they've went downhill. And then we're going to get into a little NFL stuff, some Diddy stuff, and then finish up with politics. So once Jack returns here in about a moment, we will get right back to it. Let me pull up my comment box here, see if anybody had anything to say. Not yet. All right. For everyone just joining us, these replays are always available on YouTube. They get uploaded same night, next morning kind of thing. But yeah, just filling everybody in because 27 people here now. Shout outs to everybody. We tied our new record. Share it with your friends, man. Let's put these, let's put these numbers up. So as I was explaining to what we wanted to do to wrap up the show, is we can kind of talk about the special effects in movies and how they really went downhill.
Yeah.
And then I want to get into the Diddy stuff and finish with politics. So okay. Special effects in movies. All right. To this day, Jurassic Park still has the best. I can't even say CGI because it's not CGI. Oh shit, we're at 28. We set a new record.
Did it
for that. But so Jurassic Park was prosthetic shit. It wasn't this computer generated where it looks like everything now. You go to a movie now, and unless I'm watching like Tron or something that's like a digital kind of thing, like I want it to look realistic.
Yeah, like think about like Avatar. I fucking hated that movie.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about the new one. Like I never even saw that. I only saw that like 2009 one. I'm like, this shit's 4 hours, it's a bunch of bullshit, and I never watched it again. But it was like the greatest grossing film of all time or some shit. I'm like, this is stupid. 4 hours of blue aliens.
Yeah, and like at that time it was. I'm not sure if that record still stands, but yeah, at that time it was. It shattered like so many fucking records. And
the original Alien was shot in a fucking studio.
Yeah, dude. Like how me and you were talking about the Terrifying 20 with the original Halloween. There was no special effects in that fucking movie.
No. And then like a lot of people can consider Halloween 1 and 2 kind of one movie together.
Right.
When I watched both a couple days ago, and obviously Halloween 2 came out 3 years later. Yeah. So there's like a lot. It's still relatively alike, but you could tell like there's a lot more in the budget in 2.
Like do you think that's what it is? Is like the studios are like, we have this budget and you're gonna use it? Like, because I don't think.
Good question.
I don't think it's like a filmmaker thing, because I think like a filmmaker, their inspiration is the old shit.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it like every movie since Halloween.
Yeah, right.
Has every, like, literally any sort of slasher film since Halloween has, you could tell, like, has that inspiration behind it.
Yeah, and like even some of the kills that it's just like it's just, I don't know. It's like I don't know. It takes me out of the movie. Is what it does.
It's not a very good film, but I saw In a Violent Nature earlier this year.
That had one of the best kills I've ever seen.
Could totally see the Friday the 13th and the Michael Myers inspiration behind that movie.
Yeah, and like you said, it wasn't the best movie, but I give him credit for that yoga scene kill. And if you
where he fucking disembowels that bitch and turns her inside out.
Dude, yeah, that was some brutal shit, dude. And like you said, there wasn't too much of a plot, but I don't watch slasher movies for a plot.
And the reason how I could draw inspiration from both Friday the 13th and Halloween from that is one, it takes place like in nature in a camp.
And the one thing that it did different, if no one has seen it and you're curious about it, it's from the point of view of the slasher as opposed to
which
people running.
There was a little bit of first person in the very first Halloween.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Friday the 13th in a couple years. Is there first person in that too?
I believe there is from time to time. And I remember when I was watching the Yankees just fucking hit a grand slam, bro. 5-2. Let's go.
We're going back to Cali.
I hope. Well, no, it would be
oh no, it's New York again tomorrow.
Yeah. So it would be 2-3-2. Right. Yeah, which means that we wouldn't get Halloween baseball anyways, I don't think, which sucks ass.
No, because then 31st would be off day to travel.
Travel day. Yeah. Boo. All right. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you had mentioned the original Alien, like when that creature came crawling out of this bitch's chest, you were like, oh my god, dude, it looked real. Like it took effort to where now it's just some dude on a computer that can just, I can make this look good.
Like for example, AI generated in 30 seconds.
Yeah, right. And like for example, last night on SmackDown, they had a face-to-face between Gunther and fucking Cody.
Yeah.
And on Gunther's graphic, he's still holding the Intercontinental title. Like there are graphic designers that would kill for this job.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing, bro?
Wait, so what graphic did he still have? His like what?
Yeah, so they kicked off SmackDown and they had a thing. It was like Cody's on one side and then Gunther's on the other side. And because it's title for title, they're both holding, their title belt, right? Now, Cody obviously has his correct one because that's the only one that he's had. They left the Gunther's graphic had the fucking Intercontinental title. It's not even the world title on it. The attention to detail is shit. It's fucking dog shit. And like I said, there are graphic designers that would kill to have this position and to do it correctly.
It's like that that TikTok I sent you or Twitter video or something I sent you where they had that Caleb Williams picture at Costco, but it was just his face on Justin Fields' body.
Yeah, we have to do better. All right, let's get into some Diddy now.
Diddy party.
So this is something that happened organically last time because we went into that article blind.
Yeah,
about
we got those Reddit posts too.
And to me. Oh, do we? Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to pull them up from my phone. Let's see here. Okay. So we went into this article blind. And I kind of like doing that because our reactions are natural, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, the CEO thing last week, we didn't expect that to be a homosexual fucking
not
traffic
at all.
ring. No. Like I had no idea. I thought it was just, I mean, it's bad enough as it is to run a sex trafficking ring, but I didn't think it was going to be that. But okay. So here's what we're dealing with here. We have a sick list of Diddy's alleged requirements for girls at his freak-off sex parties revealed, including the important question they were never asked. So what could these requests be? What do you think he was requesting?
He strikes me. I mean, obviously he's a piece of shit, sick fuck pedophile, but he strikes me as having like some sort of foot fetish or some shit.
Okay. All right. Feet. I can see it. Okay. Well, let's see here. Sean Diddy Combs was extremely particular about the women who attended his freak-off sex parties, with one party planner telling the Post that she kept a scale in her car to ensure that no female guest weighed more than 140 pounds. All right, Diddy, listen to here, motherfucker. If your requirement is worse than mine, we have a problem, dude. Because
it says, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it says we would do a weigh-in if necessary. Like, it's a fucking UFC.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, they're getting on there doing the fucking like, come on. We would do a weigh-in if necessary. So they're like, you know what? I don't know, man. You kind of look like you're about like 142. I'm not sure.
You're tipping the scale, man. Here, take these diuretics.
Yeah. You're on a water. You're on a water fast for the next fucking 3 days.
It's like in UFC, you get, if you miss weight, you get like a 2-hour window to go cut those last 2 pounds. And ways to do it is dudes or chicks will fucking cut their hair off or some shit to make weight.
Yo, I seen one video. Didn't this bitch like take her fucking pants off or some shit? Or fucking she fucking took something off to make weight. I forgot.
Well, sometimes when the weight's really, really close, they take all their clothes off and then put those fucking curtains up in front of them.
That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. All right. We would do a weigh-in if necessary, said the organizer who worked with Diddy in 2004 and 2005, and also asked to remain anonymous. The girls had to be young and hot. Well, no shit. So I always had a scale nearby in case I needed to make sure. The number was 140 pounds, but if a girl was really tall, there was a little bit of discretion involved. So he was willing to work with you. If you were like 6'2", he could probably he could let it slide if you were like 145 because it
you think it was what? Do you think it was like the scale that they have at the doctor's office, or like one of those electronic ones that fucking blinks and then brings up your weight?
I don't know. Well, this is back at 04 and 05. So I'm assuming it was the one that you had to get on there and you had to fucking, like they measure your head and all that shit, dude. Yeah. The electronical scale didn't exist yet. Let's see what other sick shit this guy was into. He was extremely particular about the women who attended his freak-off sex parties, with one party plan. Oh, okay, I already read that. Okay. At Diddy's decree, there were certain other requirements: no flab, no cellulite,
not overly pierced or tattooed, no short hair, and the girls had to be young and hot.
he really had to stress that. That one. The one that gets me is not overly pierced or tattooed. Tattooed girls are fun. You're a fucking weirdo, Diddy. I don't know what's going on with you here, dude. Let's see if they got any more. So, okay, here's some photos of some women who are 140 pounds or less. So this is what he was after.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this here? And women couldn't have short hair. I'm not sure why that's a picture they chose, but that's Diddy dumping what I assume is Ciroc.
That reminds me of the shake your tail feather video.
In a way, yeah, in a way. Even the dress code was strict. Okay, all right. See, hey, listen, man, he was very particular. I guess so. No pants, no jeans. So what? They'd wear dresses alone? Like, huh?
Yeah, see, it says right there.
No pants, no shoes, no flat shoes. Every girl had to wear a party dress, preferably very short, just enough to cover her butt cheeks, but no longer than mid-thigh. Cleavage showing, and every single one of them had to be wearing stilettos. That one, there was no exception to that rule. You had to be wearing high stilettos. One thing the organizers never asked, the source says, was the most important thing. Their ages. So these are, I'm not sure if these are some of the attendees or,
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying I'm not sure if these are some of the attendees or if these are just women they found online.
What's with weirdo elite celebrity parties with the all white shit? Just like the Michael Rubin thing.
Yeah, there's something to the all white. I like if you ask me, I think it's I I think it's demonic in nature because everyone assumes black is like evil,
Yeah, so
right?
it's like reverse psychology.
Right, right. So like for example, right? Like let's say that Jeffrey Epstein had a fucking all black party. You're gonna look at that and go, man, there's something up with that shit. But
Yeah. But all
all
white
white,
and everybody's drinking champagne and everybody's so good looking and it's by the pool, you wouldn't
right,
think anything of it.
right. As far as to finish off this article here, if it was don't ask, don't tell. At the time, I was really young myself, and I honestly thought that we weren't asking their age because of drinking laws. Yeah, that's totally why. That's why. Uh, I never stayed around for the freak offs. No, I'm not sure if I believe you. And had no idea these girls were expected to have sex with people. That's such bullshit. That's the biggest line of bullshit in this entire article. Then why the fuck were you gathering them then? Like, what did you think that you were doing? I don't understand. I don't get it.
There was something up there. Go up a little.
Yeah.
It says the Post has viewed more than 24 videos of raucous sex parties, which appear to be footage of Diddy's freak-offs that were tied to mainstream events such as the MTV Video Music Awards or the Super Bowl. In the videos, women who fit the description can be seen having sex with men as Combs seemingly watches in the background.
In one video, it appears that Diddy himself took part in the action, hiding the camera from his point of view while he appears to engage in sex with women. I get the appeal of sex tapes and stuff, but this is why that you don't do them. This is why.
Yeah.
If you do, you put it on a hard drive somewhere, put it in a safe, and that's it. That's the extent of it. The alleged behavior is consistent with similar allegations, which it is, made earlier this month. In one lawsuit, a woman alleges that Diddy and a female celebrity raped her when she was just 13. I'm not sure if I believe the rape thing, just because of how out in the open that he was about doing all of this. I don't think he needs to rape.
Yeah. His alleged sexual abuse of women included forcing them to engage in frequent days-long sexual activity with male prostitutes, some of whom were transported over state lines, according to the charges pressed against him.
Well, that's sex trafficking by the book. I'll tell you that.
Like Mr. Abercrombie and Abergropme and Fitch last week.
Yeah, it's the CEO, Jeffries. Learn from the best. These freak-offs were elaborate sex performances that he arranged, directed, and often electronically recorded. What an idiot, dude. Like, I understand. So if anybody understands what it's like to party a night away and not remember the next morning, it's me. And I would never in my life fucking digitally record that. I don't want to remember. I want that to like come back in pieces and shit, dude. To ensure participation, this is like never ending. To ensure participation in freak-offs, Combs used violence and intimidation and leveraged his power over victims, power he obtained through obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, exploiting his financial support to them, and threatening to cut off the same and controlling their careers. It's unclear whether the videos that the Post has viewed are a part of the Fed's case. So they may have some shit that that the Feds don't even have yet. So, pretty interesting shit. Diddy might be going away for a long time. He might be. Speaking of someone going away for a long time, Lil Durk. This guy.
Yeah. Both of them are going away for a long time.
Well, the difference with Lil Durk is he might be getting a needle in his arm.
The death penalty?
Yeah, dude. They're seeking the fucking death penalty on him, dude. One of his associates is carrying a wire for years.
Yeah. We talked about it. We talked about that last show.
Oh, did we? Okay, all right, okay. I wasn't sure.
No, I know. I just I didn't know they were seeking the death penalty.
Yeah. They're fucking seeking the fucking death penalty, man. Let me go through these Reddit posts here that we have.
And I'm going into these cold too. Literally, all I looked up was the title.
Okay, let's see. No, I believe I texted these to you, right?
I texted them to you, yeah.
Okay, so they should be somewhere in here. If I can't find them, we'll save them for Saturday.
Yeah, if you can't find them, we can save them.
Yeah, and I'll make a concerted effort to.
We had a packed show as it was, so we can definitely save those for Saturday.
We really did. We had
36 viewers right now.
Yo, shout outs to everybody. That just goes to tell me that we're getting better and better. Thank you all for real.
That's basically 10 more than Saturday.
And that's I don't know. I don't know what to say outside of just thank you.
We started with like 5 or 8.
Yeah, dude.
Now it's 36.
I say it a lot. Election night's gonna be a game changer. You're gonna see a different version of me. I'm actually, if you think you've seen me dressed up before, you've seen nothing yet.
You gonna wear the blue suit and red tie?
You know what? I don't have a tie, but you just gave me an idea. Because I do have the sports coat. I have the white shirt. I just need the dress pants and the tie. So I guess I'll see what I could do. Let's talk some politics because we are 7 days away from choosing a new leader of the free world. Jack, can you believe it? Kind of fucking hard to believe. I'll never forget, actually, before we get into this here, I'll never forget during the summer, I text you, I go, Trump just got shot. And you're like, what? And I'm like, dude.
What you said was, I can't remember what I was doing. I was here at my apartment. I was watching like the UFC prelims or maybe the Twins game. I don't know. But you said shoot. You sent me like what?
Yeah, because there was a rumor that Trump was going to show up to the UFC that night.
But it didn't. Logistically, it didn't make sense because the UFC was in Denver and he was in Philadelphia. But then anyway, I was watching either UFC or the Twins or some shit, and you sent me a tweet that said shooting at Trump rally, and I thought, oh, did some guy get mad at some counter protester and shoot at him or some shit like that? And then I'm going through and this was literally like 5 minutes after it happened. Like literally not even 5 minutes after it happened. Because like it hadn't even hit like the main I turned on news stations and it hadn't even hit there yet.
Yeah, dude. Like I caught it like maybe like a minute or so right after it. And at first I'm like, we've actually never talked about the shooting on here. He's so fucking lucky, bro. If he didn't turn his head at the moment that he turned his head, he's a fucking goner.
We were fucking centimeters from a different world.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm not even with you. Real clear politics because they keep it a buck. They play both sides. If you want the truth, here you go. This is where you're going to find it. So the top article right now is that Trump is in a stronger poll position than ever. And this is 7 days out. So obviously by next Tuesday, we'll see where we're at. But let's go ahead and read this here. Let's see what we got going on here. And so basically this site too, what it does, it's kind of like smart news. It compiles news from every source so that you can, make your own decisions here. But Donald Trump is in a strong poll position. Doesn't matter. Go ahead and maximize this here. Okay. In his third race for presidency, Donald Trump has never been in as good of a poll position as he is right now, but he'll have to wait at least a week to find out whether it means anything. As of Monday, Trump leads Kamala Harris by as close of a margin as possible, 0.1% in the Real Clear Politics average of recent polls. He trailed in the same survey by 7.5% 4 years ago against Biden and 4.6% in 2016, the year that he won the presidency against Clinton. And another thing with these polls, too, I'm not sure, because if you're not really involved in politics and you don't understand polling, but when you see a poll, and this is also why I trust Real Clear Politics, is they show you the breakdown of the poll. So if there's a poll, it's like Kamala's up by 6, but they polled like 20% more fucking Democrats, then yeah, of course. And that's actually a good sign for Trump. You know? Yeah, for him to be, for them to report that he's up by 0.1 in the same exact poll that he was down,
significantly behind before in previous years. Yeah.
The way Trump and his allies see it, the closer the polls in the popular vote, the better his chances to win enough states to capture the Electoral College and presidency. I expect him to outperform, which is crazy for me to say. I think that they're underestimating how sick and tired people are of how this country is right now.
Yeah. Whether you're Republican, whether you're registered Republican or Democrat or just apolitical,
do you think that it's gotten to the point now to where people aren't scared to say that they're a Trump supporter? Because like, remember, like before he got shot, like people had to like hide it. They'd be like,
yeah, 100%. Even like fucking Michael Rappaport likes Trump now.
Yeah,
he was the biggest fucking hater for years.
Yeah.
Even he said some shit, like a video I saw a few months ago. He's like, yeah, you know, voting for Trump's on the table.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a closeted. I don't think it's like a closeted thing anymore, because only like the most NPC people still say he's a felon. Like everyone knows those are like set up technicality charges.
Yeah, it's all bullshit to try to make him look bad. Just like you mentioned with the McDonald's E. coli fucking bullshit. Like, you mean to tell me that this guy showed up to McDonald's for fucking like 2 hours, and now all of a sudden there's a
no.
I
know it wasn't like at the same McDonald's. I just thought it was funny that like 2 days after that E. coli shit happens.
Yeah, no, and like they're not saying that it stemmed from him, but it's the association.
True. Yeah.
Like Trump was at McDonald's, and now McDonald's is going through a fucking
E. coli outbreak. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Let's see. Democrats say there is reason of doubt that this will happen this time around. Why wouldn't they? They said pollsters are compensating for what they call to be the hidden Trump voters of the previous. There is no hidden Trump. Well, maybe there was before, but like we just said, I don't think there's hidden Trump voters anymore. And if anything, they're oversampling Republicans and inflating his numbers. Republican candidates underperformed the polls in 2022, but this is not 2022. It's 2024. Yeah. We've had 4 years of this shit, and if it was going to change, it's going to change, man. And it hasn't changed. I'm going to click off here and see if there's another article on here that I could pull up here. But just for me, though, like I said before on here, I try to stay away from polls just because of how they're sampled, shit like that. So what I pay attention to is how a candidate is acting on the trail. Now, Kamala seems desperate. She seems like she's out of her depth. She seems like that she's unfit for the job. And it seems to me that Trump has a grasp control. Like he's been very measured. He's been very on message.
Yeah.
And that to me, because so they have access to internal polling that we don't have access to. Now, why the fuck would Kamala Harris be trying to get on Joe Rogan if she was killing it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Trump and Rogan make sense because they're like alpha male, guys and the connection is there. There's no connection between fucking Kamala Harris and fucking Joe
not
Rogan.
At all. No.
Just it doesn't fucking make sense. It's fucking stupid. There's another article here saying that Kamala needs to talk more about the economy. I fucking disagree. I think that she needs to avoid that shit because that's the number one topic on everyone's mind. It's that and immigration.
Yeah.
You got to distance yourself from this bullshit economy as fast as you can, girl. Because if you don't, we might see a landslide of I wouldn't say on the level of Reagan, just because California always turns blue, New York always turns blue. So you're not going to see a red map.
Washington, well, she'll win Washington no matter what. Same here.
Yeah.
Washington's kind of like California and New York too. Like Seattle and the capital is blue. Everything else is pretty moderately red.
Saturday, what we'll do is we'll show our state from 2020. We'll show our state's breakdown when it comes to color. Well, not color, but you know what I mean.
Blue or red.
Yeah. Political allegiance, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, here's something I found interesting. Let me see if I can blow this up big enough so you can see it on your end. Let's see. So this has this here is showing if it'll fucking go. Come on. Okay, all right. Let me see if I can. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so this right here is the polling from every state, and it includes the sampling of the polling. So, let's see if I can get this to pull up for me here. All right, on this day, so right now, we have in the battleground states, we have Trump up 2.4, North Carolina, Trump up 1, Pennsylvania 0.6, Michigan 0.5, Wisconsin 0.6, Arizona plus 2.2. Let's see. Their map is a little bit different. If I can get to their map, this site can be an asshole sometimes. Okay, wait, here we go. I found something. You know what? I think I made it too big. Hold on, let me shrink this down. Okay, let me take that up. Let's see. Okay, all right. Can you see the map?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so right now, the Real Clear Politics election outlook is like this. You got 48.6% Trump, 47.6% Harris, and this is what the election map would look like, which would give Trump. Well, it was like that. Don't know what happened. Let's see what the fuck's going on here. Okay. Latest state polls. But okay, so right now the one I had up had Trump at 297. Here's the latest polls, but I wanted to go with the map. Let me see if I can find it again. If not, whatever. But yeah, that's one idea for Saturday we could do with the with that. Okay, here we go. All right, so right now as it stands, this is without the toss-up states mixed in. So these are the ones that they're sure of. So you got, oh wait, here we go. 297 Trump, 241 Harris. That's where they're seeing it. But the thing is obviously things change, but it's just so crazy to me what it takes to win as a Republican
Yeah,
in
as opposed to a Democrat.
politics. You have to sweep the entire fucking map to win.
Yeah.
It's
but
insanity. It's insanity.
some of those
Because
states,
you have to think,
some of those states aren't as like Montana isn't as populated as just New York City, Wyoming, all those ones.
Like just California and New York give you like a fucking 70 vote advantage, dude.
Yeah.
So you're already playing from fucking behind.
Yeah.
But since this is an episode titled America Votes in 7 Days, and we did promise final predictions on the ticker here, I'll start if you want me to. I'm going Trump landslide.
I think I am too. I don't maybe my parents, I don't know. My grandparents. I don't know anyone.
Oli said, Trump is actually up by way more. Trump is way more popular than Reagan and won 59 out of 50. Yeah, I understand that. I can't see. I mean, I would love it, but I can't see a 49 out of 50. I can't see that.
But yeah, you said Trump landslide.
Yeah.
I see it. I don't know anyone personally who's like, I can't fucking wait to vote for Kamala. I don't know anyone. I'm not saying they like Trump.
It's like they do this fake enthusiasm thing where they're like, everyone's so excited for Kamala. Where?
I don't know anyone personally who will vote for her. Not saying they'll vote for Trump either, but like, well, it's the same thing as like Obama was a popular person.
Yeah, and also his messaging was correct. He was the right guy at the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that he chose Biden after the shit that he was saying about him, about fucking, you look good for a black man and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, what are you doing? And then going on stage and saying they're gonna put you in chains. Like, what? You're a pretty fucking brazen fucking dude, buddy. Holy fuck.
Obama was very popular. Like, yes. And you're telling me that Obama was very popular in 2008 and 2012. Yeah. And you're telling me that Joe Biden in the last election got more votes than Obama, who was the most popular president in fucking decades.
Yeah.
You're telling me the dude they have to fucking prop up out of the casket got more votes than him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even like he wasn't like he was not the fucking rock star fame that Obama was. Like, have you when like 2008 and 2012 happened, you saw Obama and Romney signs everywhere. You saw the last election, you saw Bernie signs, you saw Trump signs. Like, when did you ever see a fucking Biden sign? I've seen like 2 Biden signs in my whole
and then like for his rallies, they were either like in his basement, like a virtual thing, or outside. Outside, you had to sit in like these circles. It was
and all it was like media people, like just spread out.
Yeah, it was some fucking weird shit,
like,
dude.
Nobody ever was like in these 4 years was like, yeah, Biden, he's so fucking awesome. Like, nobody ever. They're like, well, we had to vote for him to get Trump out, I guess. Like, that's kind of how my parents are. They're like, Trump's a felon, but I don't like Biden either. I'm like, well,
man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Some of the best people I know are felons. I'm just saying.
Right.
No, really, seriously, bro.
And again, it's all just like technicality bullshit charges.
It's all politically motivated shit to make them look bad. And obviously, I mean, I don't think it's working overall.
Not at all, no.
It's working on some people because, like you said, your parents are like, he's a felon, and you know what I mean? So it's working on some people. But
it's working on college students.
And like we've talked about before, the Democratic Party, that's who they go for. because they know that as you age, you're going to turn Republican. So they have to flip that.
They got to get 1 or 2 voting cycles out of you.
Yes, just to keep the train moving.
Because you don't know any better when you're 21.
No, you don't. And they feed off of like your emotion and like your they pull on your fucking heartstrings, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I remember
the only time anyone ever came here in 2016 was Bernie Sanders, and it was full with just high school and college age kids, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry, like, you know.
And well, I mean, we talked about this briefly before, but they fucking stole it from Bernie, man.
100%.
They fucking they put that guy under the fucking ringer. And you want to know what? I kind of got to give him a little bit of respect because that guy's a soldier, dude. Because if it was me, I'm fucking leaving that party, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, man. And he went right back out in 2020.
Yeah, dude.
Being fucking 90 years old.
Yeah, and like now, he's endorsing Kamala and he endorsed Biden. Like, that's a team player, bro. That's
a real shit. And that's why a lot of people kind of turned on him because he's like, bro, you're just gonna let yourself get cucked by these other candidates who took it from you.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. That is exactly what the fuck happened. So I'm saying Trump landslide. You're saying what? Trump victory, but like
I see like a landslide. I don't think it's going to be that close. Yeah. I would say Trump. I'm going to say it right now. Trump. I could be wrong. I'm going to say Trump 44 out of 50.
Okay, that's that would be a historic landslide. It really would. And it's fucking deserved because before we cut this, I don't think we ever spoke about this particular aspect of it anyway on here, is if you're a Democrat, how ain't you pissed off that they didn't even give you a choice?
Yeah.
Like Trump was a former president and he had to fucking go through primaries and get voted and fucking and come out. They just handed it to her.
She dropped out because she had 1% of the vote.
Yeah.
And you're just and a lot of people and like again, nobody really as a vice president, nobody really liked her. Democrats, Republicans, whatever. And then now they're just all for her all of a sudden. Like what I sent you the other day, people taking pictures of their ballots. Like these are the same people. Nuts. These are the same people I know who are like, oh, screw the big corporations. Then don't vote for Kamala. Fine, don't vote for anyone.
That's the one thing that fucking gets me is like, and I know that times change, and I get it, and like, but I liken it to like punk rock, right? Like punk rock used to be fuck the establishment, fuck the man, fuck the police, fuck the president, and all this shit, right? And like, punk rock music identified with democratic policies. Right?
At the time.
Yeah. At that time. And like Rage Against the Machine, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, and all this shit. And like all of a sudden, there's this culture shift to where now you're on their side. I don't understand it, dude.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day. Yeah. It's like,
how do you believe that being on the side of CEOs, corporations, pharmaceutical companies, and any entity that runs this fucking world is on your side? How do you believe that?
And look, if you really hate corporations and you really hate and you want to have a revolution, don't vote for her. I mean, I'm not telling you. I'm just saying you shouldn't vote Democrat if you want any of those things. I'm not saying vote Republican either.
Right.
Just vote or vote third party or some shit. Like I know the argument always is like, oh, well, we're lucky. We have a privilege to vote. It's like, yeah, I get that. But if you don't like anything that either of them stand for, or you don't like a lot of the things either of them stand for, then why should you vote? You know what I mean? And there's no point to vote third party either. Like, what's the point?
Voting third party, and I wish it wasn't like this because I hate the fucking two-party system. I hate it, bro. We should have a vast majority, like these foreign countries do it, bro. These countries over in Europe and like Germany and stuff, they have multiple parties.
Yeah, they have like 8 fucking parties in like South America. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it sucks, but voting third party here throws your fucking vote away. And like I understand that you personally, like you're trying to take a stand and be like, I'm not doing. You can't blame me, right? But yes, actually, I can blame you because whoever loses lost because you wanted to make a fucking point.
The first guy who ever bought me weed, rest in peace.
Yeah,
was like a fucking the most hardcore libertarian I ever knew. And I only know him because he worked in the same office as my dad, but he was like lowest on the totem pole. But yeah, I remember I went out to like watch some football games with him on a Saturday afternoon once. He was like all pumped up. He's like, "Yeah, man, Gary's coming to Seattle. We're definitely going to see him." Gary Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah, dude. Before we sign off here, I want to say thank you to everybody, every single one of you who tuned in. 49
cracked 50.
Buddy.
We a base almost essentially doubled Saturday, which was 3 days ago.
Yeah. And you have to think there was a Saturday afternoon with college football going on.
Yeah, pretty early
51.
on a Saturday. We did it. We did it.
Fucking one. See, I was thinking that we were going to crack 50 on Saturday.
Macaroni Tony.
Hey, love the kid. Macaroni Tony. Love you, dog.
Wouldn't be here without him.
Nah, we wouldn't. Oh shit. Let me throw his shit on the stream. Hold on, bro. It's good, bro.
Yeah. Variant crew.
That's it. Gang. So we are about to sign off of this shit. We get 2 hours. I mean, we can do more than 2 hours, but election night's gonna be longer than 2 hours. I promise.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 5 to 9.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's not gonna be just 2 hours. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys had a good time. Based on viewership, I would say we had a great show, dude.
If you missed anything on the front or back side, all episodes are backlogged on our YouTube channel. Yep. So you can check those out at any time and let your friends know to catch up on those backlogged episodes so they can join us live.
They're also archived on Twitter and YouTube as well. So I'll post both of those either very tonight or very early in the morning. And Jack, I'll see you Saturday after Crown Jewel, which is probably 4 or 5. We'll announce the time when the time comes. Sure. But
right.
yeah.
Until then, don't forget to smash that like button.
Yeah, subscribe and shit, people. Fuck with us, man. All right, let's get out of here. Let me go suffer through the rest of this World Series game and see how it goes for me. But we out, man. Later.